Hello and welcome to Anna's Scrap Corner. Spring is finally here, and one of my favourite things about spring is all the parties you get invited to. People have barbecues and spring parties, and I love to bring a handmade hostess gift to those occasions, and I thought I would share with you some tips on handmade hostess gifts. And today I'm going to show you how to make a card set in a gift box. And I'm using this plain white box that I picked up at my local craft store, and we're using cardstock. I'm using Close to Cocoa from Stampin' Up, some acrylic paint, and for pattern paper I'm using the Once Upon a Time stack from Die Cuts with a View. So let's get started. First of all, I'm going to paint my box, and I'm going to paint just all the edges because I'm placing my paper just on each side, so the corners will be exposed. So I'm going to paint all those surfaces. I'm using a foam brush here. Now my box is painted all around, and as you can see here on the lid, I've painted the sides because I don't want to have any paper there, just on the top of the lid. And I've measured my box to get the measurements for my pattern paper, and you can see the lid and the sides and so on. And I'm going to ink all the edges of my pattern paper and then adhere with some double-sided tape. And now the box is done, and I've added a couple of paper flowers and a brad and a journaling ticket that says "Keep the Faith," and I've added my pattern paper. So now it's time for the cards. Now I measured my box on the inside, and I cut my cardstock for the cards accordingly, slightly smaller, and I used Close to Cocoa cardstock from Stampin' Up, and here is my pattern paper, and as you can see I cut that slightly smaller, about 1/8 of an inch all around. So now I'm just going to add my pattern paper to my cardstock, add some embellishments, and I'm good to go. And here we have the finished cards. So thank you so much for watching, and please check back soon for more tips on how to make your own hostess gift.